I'm on row 6 now, and it's time to start making bobbles. So I've made one here so you can see what they look like, and what you will see is that they're actually made in a contrast colour to the kind of stripe that we're making at the moment. That's going to be the way all the way up the bag, so you're always going to kind of make them in this way. It's just you're going to alternate. So when you're making a cream stripe, you'll be making the bobble with a birch, and when you're making birch stripe, as we are here, you'll be making your bobble in cream. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at how it's worked. First of all, Kate tells you to lay your contrast colour, in this case it will be the cream, lay it across the top of your crochet. Now all that means is you're just going to crochet kind of over it to work the end in. Let me show you what I mean. I've made a start here, so mine's already crocheted in, but if you look back at the beginning of the round, you'll see there's the tail coming out, and you'll see, if I bring that up there, you can sort of just about see it's going behind those crochet stitches. So you've probably crocheted over the ends of things before, but if you haven't, this is all you do. You will lay your cream yarn across the back of your work, put your hook through the stitch in the normal way. Just make sure the cream sits across the top of the hook, pick up the birch, finish your stitch, and you will have caught that yarn in the back. Let me do that one more time. So put your hook through the stitch in the normal way, just make sure the cream goes across the top of it, pick up the birch, pull through and finish the stitch. And that's all we're going to do. That's all that means, laying it across the top, is just so you can work it in like that. So I've made the first bobble just for a practice for myself, truthfully. And as we work around these, we're going to work 10 double crochet stitches between them. So I'm just going to count, see where I am. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I've got 2 more to go. So working in that cream, or working over the top of the cream, as I have done, or as I've showed you. Okay, so there we go. Let me double check that again. 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. That's right. So for the moment, I can move birch to one side because I'm not going to use that just yet. I'm going to pick up the cream now, which is caught neatly into the back of our work, so it's nice and secure. And I'm going to make the bobble with the cream. So here's how we make the bobble. So yarn round the hook as if to make a treble crochet in UK terminology. And I'm going to put my hook through the next stitch, pick up the yarn, again exactly as if we were making a treble crochet. But I'm going to go yarn over and pull through 2. And I'm going to ignore that first loop on the hook, which is made in birch. I'm just going to leave that. Nothing's going to happen to that. Here's where it's a little bit different. Going to pick up the yarn and go through 1 loop. All right, so that's almost like, I think, sort of almost like an extended treble really, but don't worry about what we call it. That's just how you work it. We're going to do that 4 more times, or 4 times in total? 4 times in total. Yeah, 4 times in total. So yarn over, pull through, pick up the yarn and go through 2 loops. Gosh, I can never get that right. 2 loops, pick up the yarn and go through 1 loop. Okay, so now you can see I've got 3 loops on the hook, 2 in the cream, 1 in the birch. 2 more of these to do. So yarn over, through always through the same place. They're all coming out of the same stitch. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 1. And once more, yarn over, through the same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 1. Okay, so now you'll see I've got 4 loops on my hook in cream and 1 in birch. I'm going to let go of the cream and I'm going to pick up birch again. I'm going to give that a little pull and give the birch a little pull to tighten up this stitch at the end. Yarn over and pull through all of those loops, the whole lot. Give it another little pull, give the cream a little pull, and you will see That's a very beautiful bobble. Now, they will bobble even more beautifully when you start making your next stitches. So let's do that. And what I wanted to say at this point, as I said early on, we're going to do 10 stitches between. Just be very careful you don't miss that first double crochet, because they can kind of lean over and hide it a bit. So I'm going to come in to the next stitch, and again, don't worry, that's popped through there. You can just push that back and do my first double crochet. And I like to keep that stitch a little bit tighter than I might normally, because it really makes those bobbles pop. Isn't it beautiful? So that's it. That's how you're going to make a bobble. And I'm going to go along, make my 10 stitches in total, and do it all over again. The only thing to tell you at the end is that when you've done your last one, because you've started with 5 stitches, you're only going to have 5 stitches left. That just means the bobble's going to be evenly spaced all around the outside of your bag. The other last thing to tell you is that don't cut the yarn when you've done the bobbles, because you're going to need the cream in a couple more rows time. So don't cut the yarn, just carry it up the back of the work.